My fiancée said she needed closure with her ex, so I called her dad and watched it blow up. My fiancée Allison dropped her fork and said it like it was no big deal. I want to be with you, but before we get married, I need to sleep with my ex one last time for closure. I'm 28. We'd been together 3 years and engaged for 8 months. I thought she was joking, but she kept going. I've been talking to Travis again. I just need one night to close the chapter. I asked, one night? Like, you mean actually sleeping together? She nodded and said, yes, then we'll be stronger. My chest felt tight, but I forced a calm smile. Okay, I said, take all the closure you need. Her eyes lit up like I'd given her a gift. She leaned in to kiss me and whispered, thank you for understanding. Then she told me the plan. Saturday night at his apartment downtown. She pulled out her phone and said, here's the address and the door code, just in case. I nodded and said, good. When she fell asleep, I stared at her for a minute. Then I picked up my phone and called her dad, Richard. Hey, quick question, I said. Allison told me she's helping a friend move Saturday. Did she tell you that? Richard paused. She told us it's a girls' spa weekend. I swallowed. Right, because she told me she's going to Travis's place for closure. The line went silent. Richard didn't yell. He just asked, in a voice that made my skin go cold, what's the address? I gave him Travis's building, the apartment number, and the entry code. Richard breathed out once and said, got it. Saturday came, and Allison acted like she was getting ready for a date, not a serious talk. Hair appointment, nails, long shower. She laid outfits across the bed like she was picking a look for prom. She kept checking her phone and giggling at Travis's messages. I saw a lingerie bag hidden in her car, and my stomach flipped again. Around 4 p.m., she started getting dressed for real. She walked past me in a black dress and said, this feels so right, Alex. I'm finally going to be free of all that baggage. I said, yeah, freedom's important. She didn't catch the edge in my voice. At 5:30, she was curling her hair and said, Travis is cooking dinner. Isn't that sweet? Then she added, don't wait up. We have years of stuff to work through. She sprayed perfume I'd never seen before and packed an overnight bag without trying to hide it. She said, I need you to trust me, while she zipped the bag. Then she laughed and said, it's not like it means anything. At 6, she kissed me at the door and smiled like she was proud of herself. Wish me luck, she said. I smiled back. Take your time. Get all the closure you need. The moment her car pulled away, I texted Richard. She just left. Full evening plan. He replied, on it. I sat on the couch with my phone in my hand. Then I stood up. Then I sat again. My leg wouldn't stop bouncing. Richard started sending short updates. Outside the building. Going in. At his door. A few minutes later, my phone started blowing up with Allison's calls. I let it ring. Then the texts came fast. Alex, my dad is here. What did you do? This is humiliating. He's asking Travis why he's half naked. He's looking around the apartment. Pick up your phone right now. I set the phone face down and took a slow breath. Then I started laughing. Not because it was funny, but because it was so clear. She was fine embarrassing me, but she couldn't handle being seen. Richard finally called. Mission done, he said. She's with me. I asked, what happened? He snorted. Travis answered the door in silk boxers. Candles everywhere. Music playing. Rose petals on the floor like a movie. My jaw tightened. Richard went on. I asked him if this is what closure looks like. He couldn't even look at me. I said, and Allison? Richard said, found her hiding in the bathroom, fully dressed, saying they were just talking. He paused, then added, funny how talking needs dinner, candles, and lingerie. He lowered his voice. I'm driving her home. You should pack her things. So I did. I grabbed boxes and started moving her stuff while my hands shook. Every hanger I pulled off the rack felt like another little lie, getting yanked into the light. Headlights finally hit the window, and the front door slammed. Allison stormed in, eyes wet and angry. She stopped when she saw the boxes. 3 years, Alex, she snapped. 3 years, and you do this to me in front of my father? I didn't raise my voice. You asked for one last night with your ex, I said. You got it. You got your closure. She grabbed a box like she wanted to throw it. We're done, she said. This relationship is over. I nodded once. Good. Richard walked in behind her, calm as ever, and helped carry the boxes to her car without saying a word.